Hello, ESL students studying Crossroads Cafe. Today, we're going to summarize Unit 25, Comings and Goings. Rosa is speaking Spanish to some customers. When Katherine comes over to take their order, she speaks Spanish too. Rosa says, "Congratulations, I almost understood you." Jamal asks Katherine about her plans for the future. Katherine is leaving Crossroads Cafe to help her spend time with her children, to help her husband, and to go back to school. Katherine wants to be a lawyer. Rosa says, "That's the perfect job for you." Mr. Brashoff has one last task for Katherine. He wants her to hire the new waitress. This worries Rosa. Henry is in the office of a record producer named Danny. Henry wants to be a rock star. The producer listens to a tape of Henry and his band. They sound good, but the producer wants to hear them play in person. Henry invites Danny to a live concert at Crossroads Cafe. The next day at the cafe, Jamal gets a phone call. It's a friend from Egypt. Jamal's friend, Abdullah, is in town, and Jamal invites him for dinner. Katherine interviews waitresses. She talks to many applicants, but she doesn't hire anyone. Rosa, Jess, and Mr. Brashoff don't understand Katherine. There are many qualified people, but Katherine is still looking. Jess wants to play chess with Mr. Brashoff, but Mr. Brashoff has too much work to do. He promises to play chess with Jess on Friday. Henry tells Katherine about Danny. He is coming to Crossroads Cafe to hear Henry play. There's only one problem. Henry has to ask Mr. Brashoff's permission to have a concert at the cafe. Mr. Brashoff is not enthusiastic, but he agrees. It's night. Jamal is eating dinner at home with Abdullah, his friend from Egypt. Abdullah's company needs a chief engineer. Abdullah offers Jamal a job in Egypt. Jihan is surprised to learn that Jamal wants to return to Egypt. Jahan likes her job, and she is happy in the United States. But Jamal is unhappy. He used to be an engineer, and now he's a handyman. Jamal doesn't want to be a handyman anymore. The next day, Katherine interviews another applicant for the waitress job, a young Haitian woman, Marie. Rosa asks Katherine, "How is she?" Katherine answers, "Great!" But Katherine didn't hire Marie. Katherine's looking for the perfect waitress. Later in the evening, there's a crowd at the cafe. Danny, the producer, comes to hear Henry and his band. Henry is happy to see Danny there. But the next day, when he goes to see Danny, Henry is very disappointed. Danny doesn't think Henry is good enough to sign a contract. Danny tells Henry, "Go to college." It's Katherine's last day at Crossroads Cafe, and surprise, the cafe finally has a new waitress, Marie. Katherine introduces Jess to Marie. Then Jess and Mr. Brashoff start to play chess. A delivery man interrupts their game. Jess is disappointed. Mr. Brashoff promises to finish the game after Katherine's party. The cafe is closed for the day, and the party for Katherine begins. Everyone is there except Carol and Jess. Then the phone rings. It's Carol. She has terrible news. Jess was in a car accident. Jess is dead. Katherine's party is over. If you need help studying Crossroads Cafe, if you have any questions, contact us at the information below. Our contact information is below.